Hi, I'm going to tell the story, the true story of the three little pigs. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story. Nobody's ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf, but you can call me Owl. I don't know how this big old bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. It's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. Oh, do you see the ears? Oh my goodness. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze, achoo, and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back, once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. She had a terrible sneezing cold, and I was out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house just out of straw? Do you see the little house? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, the house fell right in. I didn't want to just walk in on someone else's house, so I called, "Little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when I felt my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, and I puffed, and I sneezed a great big achoo sneeze. Oh my goodness. You know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig. Dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there right in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin." I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt a sneeze coming on. I huffed, I snuffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not gonna believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know, food'll spoil if you just leave it sitting out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little bit better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next guy, the next pig. This guy was the first and second pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family because he had built his house out of bricks. Ooh, and bricks are much stronger than sticks and straw. Talk about impolite. Uh-oh. I knocked on that brick house and there was no answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me a little cup for my dear old sweet granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake. When I felt my cold coming on, I huffed and snuffed and sneezed. Achoo! Then that third little pig said, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fella, but when someone talks about my granny, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down the pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. And the rest, they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed. But maybe I could borrow a cup of sugar? What do you think? You think he was framed or he really likes to eat those little pigs? I don't know. Thanks for watching, friends.